the Georgia staff in game one, and that, as you and I know, we lived through it, a 3-hour-plus ball game, and it came down to the free passes.
Well, Ole Miss leading things off back home here and hitting .500 thus far in these two games here in Athens. And starts this game off with a base hit, pulls it to right.
She is untouchable, a mid-60 arm transfer from the West Coast. Dance the ball low in the zone. But none of that matters if she can't keep adding. 583 coming into this weekend. 12 multi-hit games through SEC play.
Gets underneath that one. Coming in charging in left field is Jaden Goodwin and collects out number one. With the program, a freshman out of Eastvale, California. And there, the opposite field base hit, and they're winding around Tyler Malvin, and Malvin comes in to score.
A ton of expertise to this team.
And the slow roller over to short, and Lexi Brady is not able to beat it out, and good charge there by high school led her team to back-to-back 7A state titles here in the state of Georgia. And now with her talents being transported to Oxford, Mississippi. Again, the 6-3 put out to end the inning, and a couple of runners left on base. Second baseman Tyler Ellison. And Ellison had that two-run home run shot already this weekend, and lines it right out to first, one away.
We saw her apply pressure in game one. We saw her apply pressure in game two. It is so hard to defend speed.
It's a piece of that one, fouls it off, still 1-2.
This is a set of legs that weekly works on her speed when she...
This season, or this year rather, in sport management and policy. And Lindy Ray Davis gets a hold of that one into center field and allowed third out. And 3 up, 3 down for the Dogs. Low in the 7th spot, first pitch swinging. And
from rolling. When she did throw it, it was not through the zone. Wasn't able to spot that pitch very well, but spots it there for strike 2 against Lansdale.
And Lansdale tags this one once again and out of the park over the left field fence. Ashton Lansdale with her 4th home run in 4 games. The last Ole Miss player to do that was Ansley Furbush last season.
In my pursuit of greatness, it's part of the job.
And it's Malvin who takes off, and Miller gets her. Thrown out at second base, and credit Marissa Miller.
Land at the end of the day, the snacks are here, the amenities are great. Vanity room, showers, like why go home?
They've moved her to the left side at third base when needed as Goodwin tries to drop, Gordon tries to drop that one in, it goes foul.
And now has locked it down a lot of time at third. You now see her move over to shortstop with the entrance of Boutte and the DP.
Waiting on that change-up and then lines it out.
And had quite a bit to unpack, quite a bit to discuss. We had described that game as both impressive and messy in a lot of different ways. I think the offensive display for both teams.
Well, Digby thought about going on the overthrow, but stays put where she is. The opposite field base hit for Marissa Miller. So 2 on and 2 out now for Georgia. Be now at third. The 1-1. Noah Williams pokes out to get that one and flies out to right. So
got to walk the field prior to the game. It's one of my favorite parts about pregame.
Jaden Pone By the way, Pops has gotten like a couple of shout-outs. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
we had the 8 Mile
Randy's
reference
getting some
back in
love.
the day, you know, a couple of days ago, and now.
He has been my dad.
And the strikeout for Rolling. And she was fired up after getting her second K. Knows just how important it is, but also that his team has always competed and been in ball games. He's been in.
This is just wild to think how fast this season is moving, and I think the reality of it is both of these teams have got to turn some things around. Approaching the end of conference play, Georgia searching for their first series win.
3-2 to Yamas.
And that was a call she was getting through the first 2 innings. We saw that home run in game 1.
And lined out to Williams at third. That ends the inning. Her bat speaks loudly for her. 4 of the 10 hits that she's had this season have been 4 home runs.
How about that stat?
Yeah.
400 when it comes to home runs of your total hits. I think she's going to have a pretty fruitful career in front of her. So were you on a team between the beef, the Drake beef, the Kendrick Lamar beef?
Oh, he was. Yeah, Drake was decimated. All right, there could be a double play, and no, as Tyler Ellison is able to beat it out, but they do get the leadoff runner.
She has been a dog from the start.
And Lopez gets back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. A runner left the plate. But, I mean, 3 home runs, including a grand slam, 4 for 7. I mean, have yourself a 2-1 count as Rolling delivers. Sharply hit, pulled down the third base line. And Mackenzie Pickens is aboard safely with the leadoff single here in the top 4.
Gotten a couple opportunities here in the last 2 games.
And Lansdale, first pitch swinging and rolling, tried to scoop it up with the glove. Wouldn't stay in, and Lansdale the 3-1. With this Ole Miss team threatening here again. Bases jacked, 1 out. Taylor Malvin tries to drop it in instead. The flare out in the left field, and the tag at the plate, doubled up, and that ends the inning. Great defense there from Georgia. Will be crowned. First pitch swinging, and Goodwin, who made that outstanding play in left field to double up the Rebels, leads it off.
There was a quote that he said in relation to Gordon that I highlighted just even for myself. There is an answer.
Your answer was popping. And Digby pops it up this afternoon. And tied her up on the inside. A nice play made by DeLeon.
A little bit of a defensive shift against Mua Williams.
And the chopper, Pickens in the right place, but bobbles it, and 2 runs come in, and we're even at 2-all. This one popped up. If able to execute. Instead, the inning extends and continues as the base hit there from Esther White. This is a group who is trying to finish and work on finishing. And there, Bree Lopez puts that one up appetizing for Ellison, but not before 2.
A lot of good softball today. Oklahoma and Mississippi State, due to weather, pushing their doubleheader to tomorrow.
This one right behind home plate. Nobody makes a play for it. In Division I softball, they're going to vie for those 8 spots at Oklahoma City, just over the head of the pitcher Rolling.
There's a lot going on.
sharply hit Ole Miss in game 1, 11 hits and 27 at bats with runners on. You see just 2 of 20 for a game and some change here. But a great piece of hitting from Yamas into the left center gap, and it's Yamas who's going to drive home the run, and that's the go-ahead run for Ole Miss. They're back on top. Kicked off, and look, we're going to see it consistently as a play at third base. Star Ferguson is able to slide there in time. Sharply hit, bouncing off of Tyler Ellison. And that double steal coming in handy right there is tacking on some more insurance as they close out the regular season and head into the SEC tournament. Bobbled there and dropped as full count. And another walk, second of the inning.
There's a crack right now in the door, and Ole Miss is vying to kick it in, I think, is the way it feels.
Popped up in the infield, calling for it is Digby. She's there, and that's out number 3, but not before. And right now, we're going to kind of lean on some of the seniors that we saw in Dallas Goodnight and Lindy Ray Davis, who's on deck to try to start the charge. And that's exactly how you do it. You use the wheels of Dallas Goodnight.
Granted, Lexi Brady.
And Goodnight gets underneath the tag just in time, and that was a heck of a play by Brady behind the plate because that one was high.
Sneaks in there behind the tag. And where I was going before Goodnight lit up the wheels was that pitch that was not called.
They will review this one. And again, from the first angle, it looked like Goodnight got in there
with
safely.
The hand, yeah.
Kind of searching for where is that strike, or rather, where's that pitch missing? How can Lexi Brady frame that? And she's a veteran.
Lexi Brady. I mean, her speed is affecting this at bat. And this was a young woman that Tony Baldwin.
The 3-1 to Goodwin. And flies out to left field, and Goodnight stays put. And let's see if Sarah Gordon can keep it moving, as that one a wild pitch to be able to drive home runs. 43 ribbies on the season. The hot shot to second base, the stretch out, not in time. They're going to say off the bag. Well, hit it in no man's land, but the flip in time, and Digby, even though sliding to first base. And another one coming from the left side. It's Lily Backus, the senior. And Backus, who coming off that complete game win yesterday. We'll try to slow down these bats for Ole Miss and keep it at bay. A great effort.
And it is a large foul line up the left side. A couple changes defensively for Georgia.
Bone right back to Backus. And quickly 2 down.
Threw a complete 7 yesterday, I think was the pivotal puzzle piece for this team.
Binford lines right out to Dallas Goodnight. So 3 up, 3 down with a new pitcher in the circle. And runs. A couple of errors as that went inside on the hands, popped up. The 1-1 to Williams. And a wonderful diving effort from Jaden Pone. Jaden Pone with the web gem in left field.
Hard, but this is the hardest angle to read. This is out in front of her body.
Pone called upon again and makes another grab. Oh my! 2 for 2 in the outfield for Jaden Pone, and look at her teammates. This one popped up. And underneath it is Tyler Ellison, and Yamas is retired.
Rebecca's climbing the ladder. She goes at the knees on that curveball, doesn't get the call, then elevates it maybe half of a pitch for the swing through. Just dancing with eye levels here against Lexi Brady.
That one coming right near us.
There is nothing that's half done with Lexi Brady. The cuts that she takes, the force, the velocity through the zone.
Pickens, who's 1 for 3 today, and that one into shallow right, and Castori.
Backus has been trying to get that low strike, knee high. Hasn't gone her way yet.
And that's right for them. And that one is low, and the walk to Starr.
You mentioned the deep at-bats. That has been absolutely the case for the Rebels. Patient at the plate. They have not chased a lot out of the zone, only 3 Ks now through almost 7 full innings.
The payoff. And this one is for out within an at-bat. And this one into shallow left. And Tyler Ellison. Dallas Goodnight now stands in. Puts it on the ground, puts the pressure on the defense, and Mackenzie Pickens can't get to it. It's a 1-out single. Yesterday, and then 3+ innings in game 1, and gets the strikeout of Goodwin, who's gotten one of the 5 base hits off of Lopez today. And just trying to keep this thing alive.
Georgia in search of their first series win. Ole Miss in search for their 3rd, this being their 6th series in conference play.
On the ground, and that's going to do it. 2nd win of the series for Brianna Lopez, and it delivers the series victory for the Ole Miss Rebels. A big win on the road here in Athens. And Ole Miss picks up that 3rd series win you just talked about, Aaron.
You know, this has to feel good for Ole Miss, a team that has struggled on the road lately, to come